Good afternoon. You are in time for the Lunchtime News. A very warm welcome to the broadcast. My name is Irene Mchuma Odem. On sign language interpretation, we have Brian Muraru. On this day, President William Ruto is in the county of Kisii. We have able team on the ground, and we also have the sentiments of residents ahead of the president's tour from residents of Kisii County. But for now, let's interact on all our social media platforms at KBC Channel 1. Now, Takwa Mosque in Jiru, Nairobi County, is at the center of an ownership tussle between two rival Muslim groups. One of the groups that claims to have built the mosque through local and foreign funding says another group has emerged claiming ownership of the mosque. They appealed to the Supreme Council of Kenya Muslims to intervene and resolve the dispute to avoid clashes.
Na tuko na proof, madrasa sio yake, madrasa ni ya misikiti. Tuko na karatasi.
Sisi tumechanga pesa chini ya misikiti. Tumesema chini ya misikiti, madarasa ya misikiti. Sasa yeye badala anaandika madarasa ya ya misikiti, akaenda akaandika jina yake.
Ikienda hii misikiti kwa property ya binafsi, kuna watu wengi wataumia. Kuna watoto wengi waskini ambaye wanasoma hiyo madarasa watakuja kuhangaika. Even sio madarasa peke yake, wanaweza soma hata shule hapo. Ni kama jamii, ni kama public utility mosque.
Vita hii ya wale wanang'ang'ania ati ploti ni yao, si yao. Ploti ni ya community, wale wako hapa, wanaishi hapa. Kama ni madrasa, watoto wako hapa, wapewe haki yao ya kusoma kwa madrasa. Mtu asikuje kuchukua mali ya community aseme ni yake binafsi.
Sexual and reproductive health rights organizations in Homa Bay County are warning the shortage of condoms in the country could spike the number of new HIV infections. The organizations are also expressing concerns that with the closure of schools for the August holidays, adolescents are at a higher risk of engaging in unprotected sexual acts, making the availability of condoms even more crucial. According to the Kenya Population-Based HIV Impact Assessment 2018 report, Homa Bay County has the highest HIV prevalence in the country, standing at 19.6%.
Issues of HIV, there is a shortage of condom.
The government need to call on action to take a turn to address these issues, because if you don't get a condom for HIV prevention, because condom is a method of HIV prevention, and it's not there, what will you expect in the next or the 3 months from there? Because everyone is sexually active. It depends with how your sexuality is entailed.
Kenya continues to suffer losses in billions of shillings from incomplete and stalled projects. Speaking during Project Management Institute PMI annual meeting in Nairobi, PMI President Maureen Mbithe Ochang called for accountability in management of projects in both public and private sectors, noting they are causing significant financial losses to the taxpayers.
We have the solutions. All the professionals need to step up to the plate and take the leadership in fixing the problems in our country.
We know the role of project managers, whether in businesses or in government, is to really deliver to the expected cost and budget, but also to the best quality possible.
They can offer pro bono services, support in giving advisory as well to government, clearing misinformation, and giving proper information in the market with regards to certain questions that are being raised with different projects that are currently being done.
For the second time in a week, security agencies in Naivasha have nabbed bang worth millions of shillings and arrested the two suspects behind the illegal trade. The two were arrested in Kayole Estate off the Nairobi-Nakuru Highway following a sting operation by a multi-agency security team.
It was the end of the road for these two men after they were nabbed in possession of bang estimated to be worth millions of shillings. The two suspects are said to have escaped during a similar operation at a rented house last week where bang was discovered. After the escape, the suspects regrouped and continued with the illicit trade, only to be apprehended days later.
We have arrested the two today with this consignment in a private rented house where they have been doing this business. The house is located in Naivasha within Kayole, and you recall that is the same area we nabbed the previous consignment of bang worth 2.1 million.
According to Naivasha Deputy County Commissioner Josiah Odongo, sale of bang has been on the rise in the area, with school-going children and slum dwellers remaining the main targets.
We are now coming for you. This is a warning for you to surrender and stop doing this business of destroying our generation, our children and our society.
Odongo has urged landlords to be extra keen and vet their tenants to ensure they are not engaging in illegal dealings.
Today, we have also arrested the landlords whose premises were being used for this business. And I still sound the same warning, that our landlords, please stop renting your premises to people who are doing business of destroying the members of the public.
Nancy Okware, Lunchtime News.
To health matters, the Ministry of Health has announced the return of the Linda Mama program that is expected to enhance maternal services. This was revealed by the Health Principal Secretary, State Department for Health, Public and Professional Standards, Mary Muthoni. The PS said the program will offer more benefits to vulnerable women.
Secretary in the Health Ministry, Mary Muthoni, stated that the Linda Mama program will be integrated in the Social Health Insurance Fund and improved to facilitate enhanced maternal services.
Linda Mama is going to be part and parcel of the new insurance. So all the mothers should be at ease. They are not going to be buying some of the commodities they used to buy.
In the revamped program, the PS revealed that the allocation of normal delivery will increase from 4,000 shillings to 11,000 shillings, while those delivering through cesarean section will receive 32,000 shillings, up from 17,000 shillings.
It is also going to cater for prenatal, antenatal, baby care, and even postnatal, should there be anything that has happened.
Muthoni revealed that NHIF is still in force until the rollout of SHIF.
If you have the card for NHIF, please continue using it and continue contributing for it. However, it is important that we register for social health insurance in readiness for rollout.
For Lunchtime News, I am Teresa Mutai.
A section of religious leaders have cautioned the Gen Z against being used by the political class in their quest for a reformed nation. The president of Baptist churches in the country, Abuya, who spoke in Bungoma, urged the youth to refrain from being used by power-hungry politicians, saying this will derail what they are pushing for. The leaders also welcomed the formation of a broad-based government and further urged the president to embrace consultation to foster unity.
What's happening with our young people, the Gen Zs, and the pressures that are going around. We have seen what they want. We appreciate that they have come to a point where they want to take over their country and be able to know the destination or the destiny of their country, which is a very good thing. But also, they shouldn't allow themselves to be used by those that are thirsty politically to be able to misuse them. That will be able to dilute the agenda or the good agenda that they have. I mean, the president, the current president, that in one way or the other, he listened and has tried to be able to do some of the things that were required. So our prayer is that the new cabinet that has come in, if they will be able to listen to the ground and listen to the people, then we are expecting change. And as a church, we are praying, but we advise the government and we advise the president that you need to consult more and know that this country does not belong to individuals. This country belongs to the Kenyans, and the Kenyans gave him a responsibility. Leadership is a donated responsibility.
84 graduates from different universities in 7 of the 8 East African countries have benefited from a 10-day digital skills training program. The program, attended by participants from Kenya, Rwanda, South Sudan, Burundi, Democratic Republic of Congo, Tanzania, and Uganda, focused on product development, cybersecurity, and marketing. The training was aimed at building capacity and supporting innovation and entrepreneurship in the region. The participants were equipped with digital skills needed to thrive in today's rapidly evolving digital landscape.
Area which is targeting higher education institutions in terms of using online digital design material and online environments to be able to deliver and improve on this, and in fact also to be able to help in some of these institutions to embark on a digitization program. Luckily, because of COVID, some of them had already embarked on, and somehow they are in middle. Some of them have succeeded, but I think it's a good step.
Has been instrumental.
President Dr. William Ruto is expected to begin his 3-day tour of the Kisii region Monday, with the local leaders having already tuned the mood on the ground to his favor. Nyaribari Chache, Member of Parliament Zaria Janda, who on Sunday met over 10,000 women in his constituency, has hailed the head of state for considering the region with a slot in his new cabinet, where he appointed Julius Migos to the education docket.
Mpango ya stima ya Nyaribari Chache, serikali imeweka milioni 274 constituency ya Nyaribari Chache, tuhakikishe watu wetu wote wamepata stima. Na nimesema hakuna katika uongozi wa Janda nyumba yoyote, familia yoyote, mtu yoyote atakuwa anatumia ekebea. Mambo ya ekebea tumekataa na tumepiga marufuku. Na wewe ukipatikana.
All right, in this week's episode of the Military Tales, now when a president or a head of government is on an official tour of the country, they are honored with a 21-gun salute, which is customary in many jurisdictions around the world. In Kenya, that important exercise is only carried out by the Kenya Navy. Warrant Officer 1, retired Atanas Nyamira, served the Navy for 32 years and was one of the officers in charge of the naval gun that is used during these salutations. Bentro Njue visited him in Mtongwe, Mombasa County, and filed the following report for this week's edition of Military Tales.
A 21-gun salute is the most commonly recognized of the customary gun salutes that are performed by the firing of cannon or artillery as a military honor. Firing cannons is a maritime tradition that dates back to the 14th century, and in Kenya, the Navy leads the country in this exercise.
The Indian Ocean. The Kenyan coastline stretches about 600 kilometers from the north coast to the south coast, and these territorial waters have to be guarded. And that is the work of our sea warriors, the Kenya Navy. We are actually en route to Mtongwe to meet one Kenya Navy veteran who braved the ocean currents and strong winds to defend our country.
Asante sana. Hapa naitwa Bububu. Sani Bububu. Karibu kwa nyumba ya hilo Rwanda Obstacles 1. Asante sana. Thank you. Umefika chai? Tumefika chai. Karibu. Chai. Asante.
After we break bread, we have a sit down with him as he takes us through his early life and his journey as a seaman.
Kwa majina naitwa Atanas Nyamira Nyamboga. Nilisaliwa West Mugrango, Nyamira County, in 1962. I went in primary schools Munyaiguba. Nilimaliza now nikiwa standard 7. I joined immediately Kimalisa 7. I also joined the secondary, which is opposite. So Nkamalisa form 4, 1980. So Nka join 84. Nili join Kenya Defense Forces. Wakati tulimaliza recruitment, sikujua kwamba there was a navy. I only knew there was an army. So kufika pale watusomea kwamba sasa hii ni navy, hii ni army, hii ni air force. So nkapata niko kwa navy. Ndio ngacho nikaingia tukaenda college FTC Nakuru. In fact 84 ndio we are the last people kufanya course na Ranet. When we came to Mombasa tukaanza course 4 weeks. Naanza course ndio uchagulie kuingia. Which section do you prefer to be? So tukafanya course ya 4 weeks. Ndio mimi nikachaguliwa kwa technician, armament technician.
Tupatie majukumu ya armament technician ili watazamaji waweze kuelewa swali.
Yeah, armament tech ni watu wanadeal na weapons. These big guns like boffer gun, Oricon, twin barrel, all types of weapon on board. Na ndio watu armament they are dealing with it. Nao ndio technicians. So we tukamaliza for 3 years kusoma kwa shule.
As an armament technician and young soldier, he had his first dive in the rough seas after training.
Tukimaliza, when you go on, you have to go on board because hizi bunduki zote ziko on board. We have those ships. Tunaenda for testing. Tunaenda bahari kutesti bunduki.
Roger, I now have the gun control.
Bunduki ikiwa iko na shida, wanaenda workshop. We have a workshop which is near the ship.
In 1998, he was promoted to a sergeant and also became an instructor in the naval school.
Tupatie hiyo safari ya kuwa mwalimu. So when I joined the sergeant, I went to naval training school. Kafunda for 16 years. So nikiwa hapo naval training school, nilipata senior sergeant. Na the same hapo nilipata one officer class 2. Yeah, so nilifundisha for 16 years. Nilikuwa nafundisha mambo ya weapon, mambo ya we have so many types of weapons. Tuko na G3, tuko na RMG. But now me kuna fundisha Oricon. Oricon this is not to make because the exam. I was promoted to one of class 2 within 13 years, which is not easy.
Nyamira was among officers selected for a national arms marking exercise in 2011.
I went to DOD to cancel mambo ya arms marking. This arms marking ni one way to know every weapon. Kama ni ya Kenya Navy, Kenya Air Force, Kenya Army, Kenya Police, AP. At any given time ikipatikana, it will be known this one in ya Kenya Navy.
He would later on join the naval saluting gun team, and he explains when the saluting gun is used.
Iliingia mambo ya saluting gun. Saluting gun is the only saluting gun in the KDF, iko Navy. So at any given time, any president incoming, we have to give him a honor ya 21 gun salute. Na gun salute inafanya vitu vitatu. One, when any new president comes in, tunafanya 21. Ya pili, the president akifa, we have to do that one. Again, when the inauguration in the ceremony, we also do that. Yeah. Now, not only the president, at the CDF backup brigadier wanafanyia 21 gun salute. In fact, ndio tunaiendelea. Then mpaka saa hii iko Nairobi. Tulitoa hapa Mombasa, tukabeka Nairobi because Nairobi ndio function iko. And wanamaji peke yao. Ndio this gun ilitoka Platain. It is a Platain na ilikuwa on board. Inakuwa mounted on board. So wakati ilikuwa hivyo, because it's a ceremony, wakaona it's a good thing because ni kitu mzuri kwa sababu ukipigiwa naona kama ni kama hilo wakati wanaenda bario, sio nasikia 21 gani sasa inapigwa. So wakaona the best way wacha tuipeleke Nairobi kwa sababu ni karibu. In fact there is a time with the watu wa army walikuwa wanataka kuichukua, but then Mwatete was then CDF. Akasema no, akaitetea, akasema this another gun paki huko. So it's only the Navy. Ndio naona watu wanafanya hiyo Navy.
As one of the soldiers tasked with manning the gun, he had an opportunity to travel to South Sudan for the inauguration of President Salva Kiir.
For this gun, kuwapakia Salva Kiir, wakati ilikuwa inauguration, sisi tulienda kumfanyia hiyo ceremony. So we went for just one, it was about 2 months. No. Because tulienda kufanyia exercise, na tulikuwa kikosi king from the Navy, from the Army. We go, those people, they had no know-how, but ready, everything, even mambo ya escort and whatever, walikuwa trained. So nilienda huko, tukafanya hiyo shughuli for 1-2 months, then we came back.
As a sea officer, Nyamira had one brush with death during one of his guard duties in a warship.
There's a time when I was a senior private, in Kichunga, nkaenda on board. Ilikuwa usiku saa 8. So mtu amekuja kunilive kusuka kutoka pale chini mpaka juu, kama ile mtu juu iko ngasi na niko na bunduki. It happened nimetresa. Nilikuwa niingie katikati ya pontoon, that's what we call a pontoon.
All right, President William Ruto is on a 3-day tour in the Gusii region. We now cross over live and listening.
Ya watoto wa Nyamira County. Mnanielewa jameni? Tuko na mpango ambayo imeendelea karibu miaka 13 ikizunguka kutoka ofisi moja hadi nyingine. Lakini nimekuja hapa leo kuambia serikali ya Kenya na serikali ya Kuwait sasa tumekubaliana na tuko na pesa bilioni 1.4 1.4 billion shillings ya watu wa Nyamira kuwajengea mashule watoto wenu. Mnanielewa? Mimi nataka mnisikize vizuri. Hapa Nyamira tutajenga kwa mashule 68. We are going to improve facilities in 68 schools in Nyamira County. 24 primary schools and 44 secondary schools are going to benefit from a 1.4 shilling program between our friends, the people and government of Kuwait and the government of Kenya. Hiyo program, mimi nataka niwaeleze, tutajenga madarasa 183 mpya hapa Nyamira County. New classrooms that are going to be built, 183 ambazo zitajengwa hapa Nyamira County. Vile vile tutajenga laboratories 44 mpya ya watoto wa hapa Nyamira. Pia tutajenga dormitories ya watoto wa hapa Nyamira, kwa sababu tunataka kuhakikisha ya kwamba watoto wa Kenya wakiwemo katikati watoto wa Nyamira wanapata nafasi nzuri ya kusoma wakiwa na vifaa ya kutosha, ndio tukiajiri walimu zaidi. Vile tunaenda kuajiri baadaye mwakani, tutaajiri walimu wengine 20,000 ambao watatusaidia kufundisha watoto wetu wa Kenya. Tumekubaliana watu wa Nyamira? Tumekubaliana? Ndio mimi nimefika hapa leo kuanzisha hiyo mradi ya mashule 68 hapa Nyamira, kupata nafasi ya improvement ya facilities. Tumeelewana? Boss, nipeleke pole pole. Usi. ama namna gani? Kuna jamaa moja hapa ananiharakisha.
President William Ruto on a 3-day tour in the Gusii region. The president committing to enhance development in the region, one that will touch on schools and health facilities and also in other infrastructure concerns. And the 3-day tour will see him not only in Nyamira but will also move to KBC County, and locals are also anticipating the groundbreaking ceremony for a cancer treatment center on the outskirts of KBC town. Remember, there have been concerns on very many issues that touch on the common man, one that will create employment, one that will boost development in the region and also enhance quality education. We have Abdihaziz Hashim on the ground with the president today and tomorrow, and we are taking our first commercial break. We'll be back with more. Stay with us.
Kenya ni nchi ya mabingwa na
hapa hakuna shortcut.
Mabingwa ni kujitolea, kujituma.
Mabingwa hutambua mabingwa wenzao.
Mabingwa hurauka kabla ya jua kuchomoka. Wengine kuwa mabingwa wa familia. Mabingwa huhakikisha tunashine kama mabingwa. Wao hutulisha vyema. Ma-influencer wa kutuconnect mtandaoni. Mabingwa, wale ambao hutuongoza.
Sisi wote ni mabingwa.
Kijana hapo mbele, mzee hapo nyuma. Jamaa na jembe. Boda alimleta jamaa na jembe. Msichana wa kibao. Memba wa bodi, msichana wa maziwa.
Sisi wote ni Team Kenya. Keep on shining.
75 days since the last day of last season. We are ready to do it all again.
Brilliant! Just brilliant! That is quite something!
Dial *423# gets DSTV Compact for 3,700 Kenya shillings and connect to all the football you want on DSTV.
Glad you're watching the Lunchtime News. Welcome back. All schools which topped in the various categories of performance are slated to participate in the 96th Kenya Music Festival Gala concert scheduled for today and tomorrow at the Moi Girls High School in Eldoret. The Kenya National Music Festival Executive Secretary Janet Langat explained that the concert will comprise top-notch talents and creativity. Langat said the theme resonates with the country's education curriculum, which has identified the performing arts as one of the 3 pathways promoting the preservation of various cultures.
This concert, we have selected the top cream of this festival. We have seen great talents, and I want to invite the lovers of music to attend, the lovers of elocution to also attend and see the final products of this Kenya Music Festival. Where we are heading as a country, the creativity, the performing arts is where to go. It is what is going to take our youth far. Kenya Music Festival is the best platform to preserve the culture. The songs which our grandmothers were singing, you've seen in these stages, most of our children are still singing the same song.
A 75-year-old woman has gone to court to stop her son who lives abroad from evicting her from their family home. Esther Nyaruri says her son allegedly changed a title deed from his father's ownership to his. Nyaruri, a mother of 7, claims that their son, Abel Haroya, went further to issue an eviction notice to the family as he claimed ownership of the said property.
Meet Esther Nyaruri, a mother of 7 who is in fear of losing her 20-year-old home to her last-born son, who allegedly went against the family will to change the title of their family land to his name. Esther claims that for a couple of years now, her son, Abel Nyaruri, has been insulting her over the said property and wants her out.
Mimi najiuliza, mimi ni mpangaji au niko namna gani hapa? Watoto wangu nimelelea hapa, tumekuwa hapa vizuri. Sasa nimekuwa kama mpangaji. Sufuria kubwa sana. Na hiyo maji ilikuwa baridi, alimwagia mimi mpaka nikanyamaza madakika. Nafanya hiyo maji.
According to Esther, all her children moved to the United States of America after they finished their studies in Kenya and jointly bought the said land in Gata area in Nakuru, only for their son, Abel, to return in 2016 and claim ownership of the said property.
Kila alituambia ni maneno ya ukucha na kuenda. Alitutusi machinda yoyote ile. Katuambia, unachua mimi niko huko Amerika, mimi ni executive officer. Hata kuongea na nyinyi nimechisusa. Na nyinyi ni nani ambao mngependa kuongea na mimi?
Esther now wants her son, Abel, to be restrained from evicting her from the said property. Abel Hayora Nyaruri, however, in response to the suit pending in court, claimed to be the owner of the said property after having single-handedly funded its purchase and construction.
Said that this is his property. I called my father, who had gone for medical treatment in the US, and he asked me to go and check the details of the change of title in lands. So I went to lands and I confirmed that the title is changed to his name.
Welcome to Channel 1 Business. Plans are underway to train micro, small and medium enterprises on construction industry trends and technical capacities in a bid to equip them to tap the immense opportunities in the construction space. Public Works Director Oliver Okello says the training will focus on those offering auxiliary services.
It is going to be executed as a public-private partnership. So there's a committee which is handling that, and they'll develop this center to be constructed at Konza.
Part of the items to be discussed in the conference in Mombasa will be sensitization, awareness and training on the recently launched National Building Code 2024, which is currently on its transition phase. It was launched on 17th of July here in Nairobi.
And you see, construction now has moved to the next level. We are beyond just the tech computer. Now we are also dealing with tech in terms of AI, in terms of artificial intelligence. And this starts from the point of contracting, also the use of robotics. We have robotics in the construction industry now.
Plans are underway to set up an ultra-modern fishing of tuna factory at Liwatoni for enhanced value addition as part of strategy to leapfrog the blue economy space. Maritime Sector Chairperson Hamisi Mwaguya says Kenya is in the process of starting a shipping industry which will save Kenya 312 billion shillings in sea freight annually. Mwaguya made the remarks ahead of the upcoming annual Blue Economy Innovation and Investment Summit, whose areas of focus include innovation, partnership, and investment in the blue space.
The Kenya Maritime Authority wishes to invite everyone for that summit, and we look forward to working together with Sote Hub to make sure that this summit is a real success.
And for this year, for example, we are talking about 3 themes. We will be discussing aspect on climate, as climate change, we are aware, is a big global issue now, and also for us here. We'll be talking about access to capital, As again, we are aware funding is a big challenge for SMEs and startups. And so how can they be able to attract investment? And then thirdly, we'll talk about technology. Where is the technology, whether in terms of renewable energy, that could be able to deploy it to enable success of businesses and create more jobs.
As Nairobi's population continues to grow, the demand for housing within the capital city has surged, prompting investors and tenants to explore areas in the outskirts, such as Ruiru, Athi River, Kitengela, and along Kangundo Road. Wilson Holmes, Managing Director, Egidio Kinyanjui, attributes this trend to improved road networks and affordable land, which have enabled the construction of housing units that cater to a broader range of income levels.
We have, till date, been focused on the relieving demand of Kenyans with housing need around the city of Nairobi. As such, we have concentrated our effort in 3 major locations, that is Kagudo Road, Ruiru, Kenyatta Road, and within a 25 minutes drive, which are all within a 25 minutes drive from the CBD. Working together with our customers and transforming their home ownership dreams to reality.
Glad you're watching the Lunchtime News. Time for sports. The Olympics flag was officially handed over to the city of Los Angeles, host of the next Olympic Games in 2028, as the Paris Games came to an end last April.